folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Green Bay Packers. The first two is fielded at the 2. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Green 18, 26.
59, Mark, check, 59. That's right, baby.
Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Call that a very strong gain of 24. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Gerald McCoy is always going to be linked with Ndamukong Suh. They came into the NFL in the same draft class, and there's a lot of debate about who was going to be the better defensive tackle. They just do it 2 different ways. McCoy, more movement, more elusiveness. That allowed him to make the play there for a short gain.
On 2nd and 9, Rodgers gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 38-yard line.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys...
Oh, trying to get that to Adams, but that's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Eric Reed. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. A run there on... First down going nowhere as he stopped right at the 25. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Newton. This one complete to Mohamed Sanu. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
50%, 180.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Newton on first down. And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. Dean Lowry. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. So that'll back him up 5.
And come on out here. Come get some. Come get some.
And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago. Caught the defense off guard there a bit on 2nd and long, but now you still have to deal with 3rd and long.
Yeah, you do, but you feel pretty good about the last play, don't you? And maybe it gives you a little bit of confidence dialing up the next one, that maybe your team will believe in it when you send it in.
On the draw, this is Barkley. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Now Rodgers. He's going to wind up and air it out. Got a man open. It's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. Davante Adams. His 4th touchdown on the year as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. The touchdown giving him the first quarter lead. Remember, they lost a rough game 2 weeks ago. Then they had to sit through the open week, but a good start here.
And just think about everyone around them, everyone around the organization. When you lose headed into that open week, everyone's cringing because you don't have a chance to get on the horse and ride it again for at least 2 weeks. Well, they were able to take that time, use it constructively, and now they're back in form.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, got the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus. When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 13 yards, 1st down, Panthers. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down. To throw again on 2nd down. Newton will get this out to Barkley complete. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 21.
It's a gain of 14 yards. And the Packers, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. A first down carry for Barkley. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Kenny Clark, the big D tackle there to make the stop.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
From the 16, Newton. And he finds his man, the tight end Olsen. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, he couldn't turn it into much more.
Here's Newton. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Take over first and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Rodgers. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. Give him 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the first as well.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Rodgers now on first down. And that's complete to Adams. And he's got this down to the 35. 17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the first down as well.
And a Packer first down.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Robert Quinn in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Throwing now is Rodgers. He's going to air one out. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Trey Boston, and he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. They set themselves behind the chains, tried to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 14 yards, good for a Panther first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
They give it off here to the tight end. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Panther first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. A give to Barkley out of the gun. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On 2nd and 9, Newton. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Curtis Samuel, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream.
Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I remember
going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. He's got Adams on the hookup. And he is going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. Rodgers finding Adams for a Packer first. Rodgers now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10.
Mike 54. Mike
Shotgun now for Rodgers. He's going to go for a big, and that's caught inside the 35. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Rodgers to throw once more. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. Touchdown, Packers! Christian McCaffrey, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Packers have taken the lead. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded about a yard deep. He'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Dancing to his left. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further. Down inside the 40.
Out of bounds at the 38-yard line. A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Here we go.
Ready? Get ready?
Mike 50. Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
Gun.
Check Mike 50. Mike 50.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Newton gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Slam.
A shotgun snap for Newton. Got his target, Samuel. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 17-yard line. From the red zone now, Newton. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Mohamed Sanu. as the first half is winding down, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. And oh, he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. Frustration after the PAT miss. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike the 59.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down.
Mike 5'9. Mike 5'9.
A final shot before half for Rodgers. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by James Bradbury. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So a very tight first half. We had to break in a 1-point game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm.
Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out, and the Packers pick it up, and they will take over at the 26-yard line.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys have to touch the ball and carry it. They're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Throwing is Rodgers. It's caught here by Adams. And down inside the 15 he goes. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
And that's completed to McCaffrey. That leads us to a 1st and goal. It's a pickup of 8.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up.
Hey, black. Run.
Pump.
Mike, check. 50 back north.
Here's Rodgers to throw. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Robert Quinn. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Hey, Charlie. Jim.
Check 50.
On second and goal. Rodgers looking middle, and it's incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. But now it's 3rd and goal. Back-to-back great plays defensively. You get the sack on 1st and goal. A great job in coverage there. All of a sudden, they're looking at 3rd and goal from further back than when they started.
And the really good play callers look ahead and down and distance sequence. Now he's got to backtrack a little bit and go maybe off his play sheet to try and dial something up here.
Hey, wahoo! Back north.
Rodgers now on 3rd and goal. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So on now for the Packers is their all-time leading scorer, Mason Crosby. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And the 13-year man puts it through, and that'll move their lead up to 4 now. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive. A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punch in the end zone without turning it over.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
All right. Here we go. Let's go, D. Let's go. Hey, let's get there.
Newton to throw. And they've got the hook up. This is Olsen. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Ready?
50 to Mike. 50 to Mike. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
On first down, it's Newton. That's going to be caught by Samuel. 11 yards in a
Rhythm for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
Better against man because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
they'll run on first down. Barkley, he'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
That's what I'm talking about.
Here we go. Here we go.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the Packers' 43-yard line.
Under crunch, under crunch, under crunch.
Newton now to throw. Steps away to his left. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the first.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll try the right side here. Barkley. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12.
But he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
On 1st down, Newton. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. DJ Moore with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Panthers are going to jump back in front.
All the receivers in the league are plenty good enough. Otherwise, they wouldn't make it in the NFL. But the ones that go to the Pro Bowl, they have refined route running ability.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Swing to 50.
They're going to run this with a tight end. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer 1st down. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. So we come up here on 1st and 10. Now Rodgers. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
And darn right, they did something to disrupt that timing.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Rodgers now to throw again. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
54, Mike. 54, Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. We own it. We own it. Bang, 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 bang.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he finds a man. It's McCaffrey. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 42. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
I like that. SOS. SOS.
That's a what?
Jump out!
59's Mike. 59's Mike. Check, check. 59.
Rodgers now on first down. He's going to look deep down the field. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. Instead, it's incomplete. Boy, that really could have turned this one upside down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Rodgers. Going to throw again. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
He's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. The Packers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Hey, 626. Hey, Foxtrot.
Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. And he's got McCaffrey open, complete. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the first on the 35-yard strike. That was the 8th play of the drive. So a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
59. Mike 59.
Hey, echo.
Mike 59.
Rodgers going to go on 4th down. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go, D. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
A handoff, McCaffrey running right, and he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Space to run past the 20. Touchdown, Packers! Christian McCaffrey with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Packers have retaken the lead. Crosby connects on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak. Not letting blockers.
Not much room to operate. Just up past the 25 and no further. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Out of the gun, Newton. And he finds a man. It's Olsen. A nice pickup of 23 on the third down conversion.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players. Somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination. Guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From just shy of midfield, Newton. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches. From the gun, here's Newton. Completes it to Samuel. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. On first down, Barkley, and the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. So maybe just a momentary setback on what's been a great drive so far, but 2nd and 13 here. Newton to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Preston Smith comes in for the sack. So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long. Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the 4th quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. Now Newton will bring the Panthers up to go for 2. Now Newton. On the move to his left. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you, and this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations
all the time.
All the time. They know what they want to get done, and in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. This defense hasn't had the best showing in this game, but a critical knockdown there. If they can hang on, I guess the end will kind of justify the means.
Certainly, and just think of it this way. It may not be the quantity of the plays that they've had because those haven't been great, but they get a few more quality ones like that can finish things off for them.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. They'll look to throw. And he's got his tight end, Oliver. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. Back to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. They've got to burn the timeout, and they do, but a costly, costly sack. And now maybe just time for one final play. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Now Rodgers. Now a desperation throw deep down. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury.
What we got?
The Panthers down to a knee out of the victory formation. So this one is over. A victory for Carolina. And it wasn't really always pretty. They had their